Hundreds across the country have lost their faces, their will to survive after suffering the most heinous crimes against women, acid violence. Well, 5 days after the top court in the country questioned the centre's will to fight this menace, the government will be submitting its guidelines to regulate the sale and purchase of acid to prevent such intimate acts of terror targeting women. Well, it comes after a stinging rap from the court where it had faulted the government over its seriousness to handle this issue, saying that despite court order in April, it had failed to curb the sale of acid in the market. And here's what the Supreme Court wants the government to do. It wants to measure, in fact, it wants some measures to prevent use of acid as weapon and wants its over-the-counter sale regulated. Further, it wants Centre to work with states to make sure that these measures are implemented and also spell out compensation for the acid attack victims. Well, there's arguably no more vicious way to hurt a human being, plus it's cheap, requires no expertise and ensures constant and permanent pain. Nip out to the local market, pick up a bottle of acid for less than the price of a cola and hit your target, then disappear. Headlines Today tells you how easy it is to buy this lethal weapon over the counter.
I'm right now in Patna and will just go to a shop and try to find out how easy it is to get a bottle of acid. Acid है आपके पास? Hard acid? जरा दीजिएगा. 2 बॉटल दीजिए मेरे को. कितना हो गया इसका? 20 रुपए. So now I have purchased 2 bottles of acid from this general shop, and clearly it was a child's play, a very easy task for me. I just paid this person 20 rupees, 10 rupees per bottle, and he handed me over these 2 bottles of acid. With camera person Niranjan, this is Rohit Singh in Patna for Headlines Today.
As you just saw, how easy was it for me to go and buy a bottle of acid? I just had to go to the store, ask for a bottle of hard acid, and this is what I had in my hand. In fact, this acid is so strong that the person who was selling it to me, he himself burnt his hand. Such careless attitude goes on to ask questions as to what the government has actually done to regulate the sale of acid, as thousands of women in this country are still suffering and becoming prey of acid attack. With camera person Ajay, this is Aditya Narayanan in Delhi for Headlines Today.
As per Supreme Court directives, scientific instrument and chemical dealers should not sell hazardous chemical to individuals. But here in Pune, we have proved that shopkeepers dealing with scientific instrument and chemicals are not following Supreme Court directives. With cameraman Gopal Harne, this is Pankaj Khelkar in Pune for Headlines Today.